Howdy everybody, welcome back to Cooking with Chef Fletch. Today's video, we're doing a beef stroganoff potato boat. I hope y'all enjoy. Alright guys, I got a lot of my prep work done off camera. I got all my vegetables sliced, my onions and everything. But let's go ahead and get started on this beef stroganoff potato boats. So first, like I said, I did a lot of my prep work. Got my meat already diced up into cubes. We're going to add our flour, our salt, and our pepper to this. Now guys, the ingredients and directions are all in the bottom in the comments, so you can get the measurements for all of those down there. So we're just going to grab us a spoon real fast and get this mixed up real good. Just get that flour all over the meat. That'll help make nice crisp when you were cooking it. Just gives it a nice edge to the meat. If there's any extra flour after you've done that, you can shake it all off, but it looks like we got all of ours well incorporated. So we'll throw that in actually we'll use that for our stirring. So I'm going to set this off to the side. We're going to get our skillet here, get it plugged in and turned on. So we're going to add our olive oil to the skillet. Let that get warm up for just a few minutes. Then we'll add our meat into there. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get our meat thrown into our skillet. And we're just gonna cook it till it's brown all the way through. Take a few minutes. Since we got it in diced, it won't take too long to cook. You can cook it in smaller batches if you want. I just went ahead and threw all my meat in here. I also forgot to tell you, like I said, I did a lot of my prep. My potatoes, I've already washed them and poked them and thrown them in the preheated oven. They'll need to cook for about an hour, hour and a half until they're done. Okay, I went ahead and slid my meat off to the side. While it's cooking, we're gonna go ahead and get started on our brown gravy as well. So we're just gonna open our brown gravy mix packet, pour it into our skillet, our saucepan, not a skillet. The meat's in the skillet. And add a cup of cold water. Just get this stirred up till it's nice and smooth. And I'm actually gonna throw this over on my stove top and let it cook, just following the package directions, guys. All right, guys, got my meat browned. Now, you can use whatever kind of steak you want, ribeye, round steak, whatever. I actually used a tenderized cube steak for mine. That's what I had on hand. So next, we got our meat out of our pan. We're gonna go and throw our butter in there and allow our butter to melt. Once our butter gets melted, we'll go ahead and add our onions and let them cook. All right, got our butter melted. Let's go ahead and get our onions thrown in there. We'll just cook these until they're nice and soft. Usually takes about 4 to 5 minutes just to get them soft. All right, guys, our onions are just about ready. We're gonna go ahead and get our mushrooms added in, but I wanted to share a pro tip with you. I've already sliced most of my mushrooms up, but wanted to share this pro tip. Easy way to get your mushrooms sliced. If you slice off one end, then you can lay it on that side, that cut side, so it's got a nice flat surface on the cutting board so you can slice the rest of them so it's not moving around on you while you're slicing. Just wanted to share that pro tip with you guys. So we're going to get these mushrooms added in with our onions. And we'll also add our garlic. And that's going to need to cook for probably another 4 minutes or so, guys. Let the mushrooms and the garlic get nice and soft. All right, guys. Mushrooms and onions, man. Smelling good, looking good. We're gonna go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of flour to it. Just to make sure we have a nice thick sauce on our sauce. Let this cook for a minute or so, just to release some of the starchiness from the flour. All right, guys, we're gonna take our gravy. Just gonna get 2 tablespoons of our gravy, maybe 3, let's see. We'll get 2 in there and stir that up, see how it looks. Might have to do 3, but we're gonna go ahead and add our Worcestershire sauce and our Dijon mustard. Get that stirred up, see how we're looking. Yeah, we might need to do another tablespoon of the gravy. I'll do 2 more. So that was 4 tablespoons of our gravy we put in there. We don't want to use all of it because we're gonna use the rest of it for a different part of our recipe. So we'll get that in there. Oh, what? You know what, guys? I'm actually, I probably shouldn't have added the flour because now it's too thick. Luckily, I have another gravy package, so we're just going to go ahead and add all of this gravy into here. Like I said, cooking with Chef Fletch, it's a learning experience. That looking a lot better having all the gravy added to it. We'll just go ahead and do another batch of gravy up for the rest of what we need the gravy for. That looks a lot better. We'll let that cook. Go ahead and throw our meat back in there, which has got some juices in it, so that'll help thin it out some too. Now our potatoes aren't quite done in the oven, so we're just going to turn this down to a low simmer and let it simmer and stay warm while we're waiting for our potatoes to finish. Go ahead and add the rest of our spices. We've got our smoked paprika and thyme. We'll get this mixed up. We'll add our sour cream right before we pull our potato. Right when our potatoes are ready, we'll go ahead and add the sour cream. You don't want to add it too soon because it might curdle on you. All right, guys, potatoes just come out the oven. Nice and warm, hot potatoes. So what we're gonna do, guys, we're actually gonna take our potato, we're gonna cut it in half lengthwise. So like that. Now, if y'all seen my cheese potato recipe, obviously on that one we cut them in half this way, across this way. This one we're cutting them in half lengthwise. Whew, those are still hot. Let them cool down just a little bit so I can work with them a little more. But we're gonna go ahead and get the potato scooped out into our bowl. Hot, hot, hot. So we'll get all of our potatoes scooped into our bowl. All right, guys, got all the potatoes scraped out of the potato skins. So let's go ahead and finish off our stroganoff sauce by adding our sour cream to it. And getting that mixed up. Now, a few minutes ago, I mentioned the cheese potato recipe that I did, video I did a while back. Y'all hadn't checked that out? Y'all might want to go check that recipe out. Not right now though, we got to finish this video. I'll put the link in the description below, guys. So we got our stroganoff mixture ready to go. Go ahead and turn our burner off. We're gonna add that straight in with the potatoes, guys. Get my portable burner out the way. Throw this over in there. Let's get that mixed in with the potatoes real good. And then we're going to scoop it back into our potato skins. After I pulled the potatoes out the oven, I went ahead and switched the oven over to broil, so we can finish them off in the oven. All right, got that nice and mixed in. Scrape all that yummy goodness off the spoon. We don't want to lose any of that yummy goodness, guys. So we've got our potato skins here. Just gonna fill them up with this potato and stroganoff mixture, guys. A little overflowing if you want. We'll take a little bit of our shredded cheese and just pop that right on the top. We're gonna do that with the rest of these guys, and we'll get them in the oven. All right, guys, got all of our boats loaded and topped with cheese. Like I said, we got that broiler, or got the oven turned over to a broiler. We're gonna throw these in. Just need to go in there long enough, mainly to get that cheese nice and toasted and melted on the top. Probably about 5 minutes, guys, in the broiler. Now, guys, I did have a little bit left over. It's hard to stuff all of it back into a potato, just like on the cheese potato. So if you do have some left over, you can get you a small loaf pan or whatever, throw it in there, sprinkle some cheese on it, and just have it straight out the loaf pan. All right, guys, they just came out the oven. Man, they look good, they smell good. Now y'all might be asking, what was I gonna do with the rest of that gravy? Remember I had to do another batch of gravy? Well, here we go. It's part of the decorate, or part of the serving. So we're just gonna take some gravy and put it in the bottom of our bowl. Because they are boats, you gotta have them on some kind of liquid. They can't just be dry docked. And we're gonna take one of our potato boats, just set it right on top of that gravy, guys. Just like that. Time for some taste testing now. Well, guys, it is December, so we got to celebrate Christmas. So the rest of this month, you'll probably see that lovely Christmas tree in the background of my tasting portion of the videos. Let's dig into this, guys. Man, that's good, guys. I love stroganoff. I love baked potatoes. What better way to combine them but a beef stroganoff potato boat. Now remember, guys, cooking, it should be fun. So make sure y'all having fun with it. Happy holidays. Man, those were so good. I hope y'all enjoyed them as well. If you did, hit that like button down there at the bottom. And you might as well share the recipe with all your friends. And for the unlikelihood that y'all haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. We'll see y'all next week.